Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors, a Cerberus from Jed Hornbeak rendition. I'm going to put a link to Jed's website in the description. The dude is a phenomenal maker. Now listen, this is the Cerberus. We got a lot to cover. If I was going to be an assassin, this is the knife that I would use. If I was using a knife as an assassin. For YouTube videos, guys, sometimes we got to suspend reality. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to use a gun. But here's the deal. This thing is absolutely wicked. Now, a lot of knives, we go out, and I'll say the same thing. Well, I can't stab anybody, blah, 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 so we'll test it the way we tested it. This knife, I wanted to do a lot different. One, it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. Now, I opened with this in slow-mo. Let me show you this. I was impressed as hell with this. It cut that sumbitch clean in two. Now, I'm going to be real quiet for a minute. I just want y'all to listen. I turned the volume up on so you can hear some of the strikes. All right, you get the idea. Later in the video, I'm going to slash some cardboard. I'll be quiet again. I tried to fiddle with the volume on this. Y'all let me know how. Look at that. This thing, Cerberus, was the 3-headed dog that guarded the gates of Hades. It was there so it wouldn't let anybody out and it wouldn't let the living in. I promise you, if you get hit with this, you won't be living going through any gates, pearly or not. This thing is wicked. Let's just jump into it. It's light. It's 6 ounces. It is heavy in the handle, so it is a slasher. It came super sharp. I've used it a lot. So don't let the sharpness in this video fool you, please. When I get a knife like this for review, I always like challenging myself. These are challenging. They're awesome. They're fun. They're a blast. But to actually show you something on camera, right here we're just orienting the handle. It is an asymmetrical handle, but with a double edge, that's fine. So no matter how you hold it, no matter how you grip it, you're going to have an edge to work with. It's in CPM 3V with G10 handle scales. The blade thickness is between 3/16 and 1/4 inch, right in there. And obviously tapered down, right? It is a thin blade. It would go right between the rib cage very, very nicely. I think the minimum distance to someone's heart is like 3 inches, maybe a little more. The cutting edge of this is 3.5 inches. Now, the overall length is 9 1/8. The blade length is 4 7/8, almost 5 inches. The cutting edge, the dagger side is 3.5. You have to multiply that times 2. The 2 spikes there are sharp as shit. Now, I purposely put the zip ties on super tight. I did that for a reason. To show you a little bit of work that edge a little bit on there. Remember, guys, the zip ties are not to show the sharpness of the knife. It's to put pressure on the edge, okay? See if it'll chip, if it'll crack, if it'll do any of that. I don't really worry about that with Hornbeak stuff. This Tuesday, I have the Choir Boys camp knife coming, okay? It's a very, very special knife. Jed's going to have 5 or 6 of them to sell. I'll be getting mine. It is one I had a hand in designing. It is not my design. I had a hand in it. Captain Electro has a hand in it, surprise cap, and Jed Hornbeak. That'll be coming Tuesday. We'll do it then. The handle length is 4 1/4 inches. The inner grip is 4 inches, so it's really, really good and grippy. The thing is, man, Jed does an amazing job with the handles. It comes with a Kydex sheath with a leather strap to hold onto your belt. It is MOLLE compatible. It has a drain hole in the bottom. Jed's sheaths are honestly as good as his knives. I've never really seen a guy who can do both that well. Jed can. It was hard on this, the way the handle's contoured, to really truly show you the balance point, but it's right there where I'm showing you. The ergos of this handle are amazing. There's no hot spots. The edges are rounded. All 3 points on this knife are super, super sharp. Again, that thin blade profile. So if I need to get a thumb on top of the knife and just slide it between rib cage, a kidney, a carotid artery, anything like that. And guys, y'all know, I don't talk about self-defense or offensive knives very much, but this ain't a bushcraft knife. This ain't a survival knife. This is a dagger. It is a weapon, and it is a wicked one. That 6 ounces in weight, to me, is perfect, especially when most of it's in that handle. So as fast as your hand can be, that's as fast as the knife can move. The thing is this, guys, and I really want to hammer this home. It's got 2 deep fullers. The balance is perfect. Man, there's the CPM 3V. Premium materials, G10 handle scales, fit and finish off the charts. And you can see there, look, dual edge dagger. Now, the other reason that I did not go back and resharpen or hone this knife, now watch this, let me just show you this. I was trying to find a way to demonstrate the sharpness of the 2 outer points, other than it just slicing that apple clean in half. We drove down in, we went into, I think, 2 wires there. So it's razor sharp. We're going to strip a little wire with them. The thing is, and this is the deal. If I were going to use this to take somebody out, or in self-defense, one, you're going to jail. You got to know that. Well, especially if you're trying to kill somebody, that goes without saying, huh? But even in a self-defense situation, know your law, know your rules, know all that. But the thing is this, if I hit somebody with this, with a stab, it's not just one stab wound. It's not just one wound channel. It's going to be 3. And if I drive up with it, it's going to be 3 that come into 1. That's going to be 1 wicked, nasty wound channel. Now, it looks a lot like a scythe. I've got to mention that. Maybe that's what it was based on. I'm not real sure. To me, it is a dagger. It's dual-edged, and that's what I was going to say. I've used this thing, and I've used this thing. A lot of times I don't do that. But this is so far out of the realm of my comfort zone for showing in a video, right? That I wanted to get to use, and I thought, I'm not going to re-hone it. I'm not going to sharpen it back up to razor sharpness for the simple fact I'm still learning this knife. It is dual-edged. God knows if anybody's going to cut themselves, it's going to be old Scabber. Look right here. You just see that's about a 1/2, 3/4 inch tire tread. It is not steel belted, but you see how deep that thing gets in there. And these are quick pops. These aren't psycho stabs. The 2 outer points, and I'll say this, the 2 outer points do act as a guard. So if I want to push up, if I have a hammer grip and I come straight up, the 2 outer points act as a guard. If I spin it around into a stabbing mode, that pommel is tailor-made for my thumb. I'm going to be able to drive, and with that thin blade, let me be quiet right here for a minute. You can see just whipping it around. Guys, I've been cut a couple times, cut a couple people, that kind of thing. That don't make you a knife fighter. It just means you've been cut and in a dumbass situation, right? So in somebody that's hands that's skilled, this thing, because a lot of them, I whiffed on a couple. You can hear the ones I hit, right? But this, and again, this ain't wide open. This ain't going crazy. This ain't just torpedoing. These are quick slashes, and we'll do a few more. I absolutely love the Cerberus. If I needed it to take something out, this is what I'd go with, just because you're going to do so much damage. Listen, guys, let's transition to this. There was a time in this country where 22 vets a day took their own lives. Now, stats are everywhere. That's why here on this channel, we focus on the number 0. Anything over 0 is simply unacceptable. Vets, we love you. You have a place here. I back the blue. I know it's not popular, and I'm not arguing about it. I don't force it on anyone and don't expect you to. It's just something I believe in. Finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. Well, the Cerberus by Jed Hornbeak, dude, is a badass maker. And I'm Scab. You're not. I'm gone, son.